Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real-Time Daily Trading Ideas, our daily webinar session. My name is George Frieske from the German office. Today I will be guiding you through our webinar series. As always, as every day, we want to show you trading ideas with different traders, so you will learn all the different techniques that are available at trading Forex and CFD markets. If you have any questions, you can directly ask them in the contact box, and maybe our trader can directly involve you and involve in the question and answer it for you. And also, of course, if you have any markets that you want to be discussed. Before we begin, please have a look at our risk disclaimer. You are trading with leveraged products. Forex and CFD trading is a risky activity, and you should always be aware of the risks in trading leveraged products, because the leverage effect can work for and, of course, against you. If our professional trader makes a trade, please don't take it as trading advice. The trading decision always lies in your hands and in your responsibility. So please choose wisely what you are going to do. And of course, it is Thursday, so Thursday the 14th of March. It's Markus' turn, also from Germany. Markus, if you want to, we can start right away. I will give you screen and monitor, and then we can give it a go.
Wonderful. Good morning. Let's do it. Good morning, George. I hope you're doing good.
Yes. So,
thank
you very much.
Yeah, wonderful. So if you give me the screen, then we can start.
All right, great. There you should go.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. Great. Yes, here we are. Thanks. I take over now. Thank you for the introduction, George. Warm welcome, guys, for our Thursday morning webinar at Admiral Markets. A great pleasure for me to guide you through the next minutes about the market and maybe something interesting trading idea. Let's see what we have to do. But first of all, my two most important slides is this one. Success, guys, is not a fantasy, it's a formula. And you know, that's my trading approach. Trend trading, always a trend out coming off the correction zone. It has a high probability of almost 72% of probability that we will have a winner in our trading. But you see, 72% is not 100%. There doesn't exist 100% trading approach in trading. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a trade, or otherwise we wouldn't have a stock, or otherwise we wouldn't have a trading around the world, because someone has founded it, and then we wouldn't have a chance to make trades. So that's the real challenge, to accept that not every trade can be a winner. That's really, really important. And based on that trading approach, that's our rules. We have to stick always. Rule 5 to 7 describes where we are in the market. Outside of a fair price, that we can go back to the fair price. Exceptions, point of control, high or low. And Fibonacci and market profile helps us to find the right target. And rule number 7, we have to make sure that the big picture is supporting us with our that we have a strong power from the higher time frame. And rule number 1 to 4 says how I can get into the trade. I need a trend, no trade, no trend, no trend, no trade. Then a young trend, and we trade out of the accumulation phase. Dow theory, accumulation phase. So we need to see a correction at least 38%, and then we can make a trade. And then the balance candle of Heikin Ashi helps us to see if we have a balance between supply and demand. And that means that the correction maybe comes to an end and we can make a trade. With that in our mind, let's choose to the market. And you see we have 2 trades already running. First of all, this is Aussie Swiss franc in daily chart. You can see it, what we did there. Let me draw it for you. Look at this one. We had a trend, movement, correction, movement. At that point, we had a valid trend. Then we saw the correction, and here you can see, here we had our balance candle. And that was the signal to go inside of the trade to start that trend. And now you can see the correction is very bright, so it's the basement is more brighter, so but the trend is already valid, and we can expect we still can expect a trend continuation as long as we don't have a close below the stop below that 0.3. So that's a really important thing for your mind, because in my past career, I wasn't able to hold that, to accept the time the trade is still running. So, but now after almost 20 years of experience, I know I am not the one who can say in the market how long does it take if you will reach target or stop. Never, and this is one of the biggest challenges in trading, never, 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 never intervene into your trade as long as you reach your stop or your target, but never about the time, never intervene into the trade. You will be so often surprised how much money you can make if you avoid to intervene into your trade. That's really important. Maybe we will have a stop. We might not. It's a loser then, but it's only just a trade, no more, no less. That's a really important topic for me as a coach. So then second one we have still running, and we prepared it together. Look at this one. It's an amazing trade. So let's see. That was Swiss franc Japanese yen. And I want to show you the main trend, the big picture, because we had a support there. Look at this one. Yes, you see. We talked about that. If we will see here a stabilization at the point of low in daily chart, that means that the point of low is a great support, and that we can use to make a trade in hourly chart. And look at this one. Look what we did here. We had a trend. So this one, let's see, I will draw it for you that you can follow my thoughts. So that was the trend. Movement, correction, movement. Then we had a trend, then the correction, and you can see that's the only exception where we can make a trade inside of the red zone, inside of the fair value zone. If we have a trend, a valid trend, and if we have a correction exactly at the point of control, and you can see it was worth to wait. There was our balance candle. Look at this one. That was the signal of the expert advisor. And there our trade starts. And you know, red to red, blue to blue, green to green. That means we had a correction at the deepest point at 86% of Fibonacci. That means our first target lies at the extended version of 18%, 118%. There we take out the half of the position and we made money, 30 pips. If you would have one lot, it means you earned $300 or 300 euros almost roundabout, or 30 if you have a mini lot. We made money. And then, guys, and you can see what happens. Never intervene into the trade. Let the market decide how much money you will get. Look at this one, where we are right now. That's trend continuation. That's one of the most important thing I always telling you, trend and price. That's the most important things in trading. Trust the trend and trust the price. That's what will help you in trading to survive on a long-term distance. And now, how we can manage that trade? Now it's really easy. You see, we had a trend continuation here right now, and here is our here we have our last 0.3. It's a smaller trend, but let's see back. Yes, here is my, I draw the trend a little bit closer, or a little bit, yes, a little bit smaller, because this is my trend right now. You look at this one, this is my trend. I can see in my own eyes. So this swing movement, correction, movement, correction, and now here we very far in the move, but my stop is still or is already in the plus, and that is my last 0.3 here. And now what should happen? I quit half of the position, I made money. My stop is in the plus. What will happen now? The worst case is I will stop out here in the plus. Then it's a great winner. Otherwise, maybe we will see a trend continuation. And then we make much more money. Trust, guys. Trust the trend. That's really, really important. So this is the second one we have here still running. What about people who move their stop forward when the trade is going well? It's a question of your personal working style. But I'm a trend trader, and I trust the trend. But you can do whatever you want with your stop. But you will see very often that if you trail your stop too close to the market, you see a spike, you got out, it will get out, and then the trend is continuing. That's really bad. So that's my working style, of course, and the working style of all my clients. Trust the trend and accept the inevitable thing that you cannot know what the market will do. You and me, we cannot know what the market will do. So trust the trend always. But it's up to you. It's your personal working style. Do you always close 50% at a certain point? Yes, I do. Always, because, and I tell you the background of that. I have one benefit. I have 20 years experience right now in trading, and I lost everything in my career. I lost really everything. And I figured out it's a question of a good feeling. So if I quit the half of the position, I'm calm, I'm safe, I'm feeling good. And you need that feeling because, you know, we will have losers. And we need the good feeling to have a winner. And if you work with Fibonacci retracements and you quit the half of the position, it makes a good feeling, and you take out the most of the risk. And that's really important. Then if you do that in that way, you are no longer in danger to intervene into your trading. Because it's a question of fear and emotion. Why so many people failed in trading? Because they have too many expectations about the market. And yes, they think, oh, that must be happen, that not must be happen, and so on. But if you take out the half of the position at a certain point, you are safe. And you are no more longer in the danger to intervene into your trade. Think about that point. It's really, really important. And the rest of the position will trail about 0.3 and trend. And then the market will give us money, sometimes more, sometimes less. That's the decision of the market. One of the points you have to accept. And I promise you, I really promise you, you will be surprised how much money you will get from the market more often than not if you avoid to intervene in the trend or in the trade. It's only my opinion, it's my experience. That's the point how we work in my DAO community, and I force my clients as a very strictly coach. I force them to stick to the rules, to make that experience, to have that feeling. If you will have a trend which is working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sometimes trend continuations. That's such a good feeling. And if you once you have that feeling in the future, because you hold it out, you are strong enough, it's a addiction. It's like you never want to have another feeling. And that's the point how you can make money on a long-term distance in trading. By looking at your chart, good morning. How can I get the point of control indicator that you've shown on your right way? Yes, let's see. I will give you the indicator. We have it. Just a moment, just a second here, and then I can give you the. Here we are. So, and in English as well. So I put it in the chat box here. Where is it? I put in the chat box. Here's the link. Here you can use it. Okay, that's the first one. It's your webinar because I see your questions. By looking at your chart, I'm reminded that there is this indicator named zigzag, which used to be famous. Do you believe that is maybe useful? Yes, of course. It's my expert advisor. It's similar to the zigzag indicator, but it's set up. It's the setting about my trading approach. I use it because about 20 years experience, you see the trend without zigzag indicator. You can draw it by yourself. But for me, it's really helpful. In my opinion, you must be sure that trading is as easy as possible. How to participate on the DAO community? Yes, you can switch to my homepage if you want. It's DAO Trading, DAO-trading.com, and it's allowed to me to give you that that homepage. I put the link into the chat box as well, and then you can figure out something there. Okay, that's a great trade. Let's see what we can do as well. Let's see about the DAX of course. Where is it? Where is it? There's the DAX. So you see. So look at this one. It's really, really easy. Look at this one. We have a trend. And as I told you, the last weeks, the point of control is placed at 12,220 points. And now you can see it's always the same. Guys, trading is not a rocket science. It's really easy. You see movement, correction, movement, correction. Roundabout stabilization close to the point of high, and now we are on track to continue the trend. It's always the same. Trust the trend, and it's always the best opportunity if you came out from the green zone, unfair valued zone, back to the point of control. That's the point. That's what we learned in our DAO community, very close together. Because one of the biggest mistakes and the biggest challenges, if you sit alone in front of your PC at home, a lot of distractions from outcoming, and you need to focus, and you need a coach or you need a community who will force you to stick to the rules and to make the best experience in your trading. So what will happen? Maybe we will see a trend continuation. Target is already or is still the point of control. In the hourly chart, you see, look at this one. You see a little bit confusing system, but you see it's always a trend, always. But we are in an unfair valued zone, so that is the difference. So that's the difference. I don't make trades actually in a DAX in this time frame, because the daily chart. Look at this one. The daily chart shows me I am looking forward. I have a trend continuation. The trend is facing upwards and I'm in the red zone. But in the hourly chart, you can see we have a long trend as well. But where are we? We are in a green zone. The point of control of hourly chart is placed at 10,882 points. So that's if trends are working against each other, it's always dangerous. It's always the point where when I say I'm staying on the sideline. Too much risk, because I cannot know which trend is stronger right now, daily or hourly chart. And of course, we have expiry date tomorrow of the futures. So let's talk about that next week, then we will see what will happen. Can we have a look at Aussie US dollar? Of course, Alessio, of course, Aussie US dollar, it's your webinar. So let's see, we're just in time. Okay, daily chart. First of all, let's daily chart. You see, we don't have a correct trend right now. That's a little bit difficult. In my situation, in my opinion, we see this trend. So movement, correction, movement. And now we are in the correction, but we are in a green zone. I wouldn't make a short trade here because of the others. On the other hand, you see here the stabilization, the support here. That's the reason why I would looking here for the next chance to go up in hourly chart, or to wait if we will get here a trend, an upwards facing trend. In hourly chart, even we have this great support here, But in hourly chart, stick to the rules. And here you can see in hourly chart where we are here right now. First of all, the positive situation is we are in the green zone. The point of control is above of us. And we know the behavior of prices always that wants to go back to the point of control. So put it on your watch list, in my opinion, to if we will have our rules, trend, correction, and then we can make a trade. So I have it on my own watch list as well, like Euro, British pound. You see it's a little bit difficult. We see the stabilization, so much positive pressure on British pound about the Brexit and so on. But we have to be on a green zone, that's positive. And in hourly chart, we have to wait if we will see a trend. So that's the next really good chance to make a trade in Euro, British pounds, of course. So, and at least you wanted to see Dow, of course, Dow Jones. Let's see daily chart. So you see, we have an uptrend. Can you see that uptrend? Look at this one, I will draw it for you. You see, maybe we start here, movement, correction. Look at this one, it's really easy. Movement, correction, movement, correction, movement in the correction down to 78% of Fibonacci. And now we are on track to continue the trend. And I guess we will reach the last high here. That's the point I guess we will reach. But a little bit dangerous here because we are fighting right now with the point of high. That can be a really, really big resist. So even we are in the red zone, I wouldn't make a trade there. But the trend continuation, guys, is always more likely than a trend break. And in hourly chart, you see we are very far away from the point of control because you see it is really, really far away from us. So the same situation then in DAX, daily chart says up, hourly charts, we are very unfair price zone. I would make a trade right there. So just in time, okay, give me 1 minute, then I have the last. Wish you British pound, Canadian dollar. It's just for you, it's your webinar. So see, we are on track. We made already here a very well trade. It's an uptrend. Too much volatility actually about the Brexit and so on, but we are in an unfair valued zone. We have this, we still have this resist here, and if you cannot continue this trend, I guess we will see lower prices right now. But it's dangerous. We have to wait if the Brexit decisions will pass us by, then we can make. And then we have to wait to a short trade. Thank you for your lifetime. Thank you for your attention. I hope you learned a little bit how you can become a successful trader. Stick to the rules. Be disciplined always. Find your real why. Only if you will have a real why, then you have enough motivation to stick to the rules always. That's the point. Find your real why. Be careful about your thoughts because they're the beginning of your actions. Bye-bye. And with this in our mind, back to George.
Thank you, Markus, for your insights into trading psychology. Dear traders, if you have any questions in your for trading or Admiral Markets, you can contact your local customer support team. You will find the international contact here on the PowerPoint slide. Otherwise, if you're another native language, please go to your native or local website. And yeah, of course, we also wish you a nice and successful trading day. We see you again tomorrow at the same time, 11. Yeah, thank you, Markus. Thank you, dear participants. Bye-bye.